to a Lucas Live News special. I have a very special guest today. We're going to have some fun. He is a musical artist. I say musical genius. This guy is so talented. We're going to talk today about his work with NBC, NBC's Songland, as well as NBC's new show, American Song Contest. He is a musical director on one show. He is a juror on another. He has toured and played with the likes of Usher, Beyonce, Jay-Z, just to name a few. We're going to listen to a little bit of his music today, and we're going to talk about a very special event coming here to Stark County. We have a star search coming to Stark County on April 30th, and there's still time for you to submit your submissions to be a part of this special event. We hope you guys will do that. As you guys come in, say hello. We're excited to have you guys here today. I'm going to make sure we share this broadcast myself. As we jump in here, we're at Lucas Live Media on all social platforms. Lucas Live Media on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. And we're excited to see you guys here again. Share the broadcast as you guys come in and say hello. I'm going to jump over and share myself. I got to share it too, because it's on my page, but I want it to be on my personal page as well. So I got to make sure that happens, as you guys make sure that happens as well for you. I'm excited to have you guys. I hope these comments start coming in. I think I see my wife here saying hello. These comments hopefully will come in on my platform on Restream here. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll catch the comments one way or another. Sometimes your software does what your software wants to do. But I'm excited to be back here with you guys here in the evening. I am going to have a special event tonight, a Lucas Live News special event. I know you guys are like, he got a ton of shows. He got Let's Talk Live. He got IGI Live. He got Lucas Live. He got all of these different shows that he does. Lucas Live News. He did The Love Within with his wife, Corinne. And I've done a lot of things, and I love it, and I enjoy it. And I thank all of you guys for your love and support as I continue to build this thing. If you guys remember, I started my podcasting journey 2 years ago. It's almost been exactly 2 years. It was April 2020, shortly after my mother's passing, which was March 26th. So we just had the anniversary of her passing this past weekend. Thinking of living the legacy, thinking of honoring her, thinking of how special she was, and how I never felt like my mom really got to shine like she should have. So after her passing, I was like, I'm not gonna not shine. Like, I'm not gonna play small so others can feel good. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live. And I hit go live, and I've been doing it ever since. And it's taken me places, and I met so many wonderful people. And one of these special people are here today, and I can't wait for you guys to meet our guest, Kyrie Tyler. He's going to be talking about music, his musical journey. We're going to be talking about Stark County Star Search coming April 30th to the Massillon Event Center. We hope you guys will buy tickets to that event. We'll let you guys know more information. It will also be streaming live at lucaslivemedia.com. If you guys haven't subscribed to that, check that out. Just $5 a month. You can become a member of lucaslivemedia.com. And we're super excited to continue to share with you guys. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, Kareem. Good evening, Nushka. I see you guys. Thank you guys for jumping in. Again, my comments on my platform aren't working, but that's okay. I'm going to work it out. Okay, there's always a way to work it out. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find the comments. I see them here. I got them. There we go. We'll make it work one way or another here in just a second. Oh, there they go. They're working. Christina, hey, here on YouTube. What's up? Glad you guys are here. Thank you guys for checking out this special broadcast. I see you on Facebook hitting those hearts and likes. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for all the love. We appreciate it. What's going on, everybody? All right, so a couple things before we jump into this. I want to thank everybody who has signed up for my Tyndale Training Presents Speaking Epitomized. You guys, it's been amazing. I've been training and speaking for over 15 years. I've had the pleasure of traveling and doing corporate training and keynotes. So many other things. I mean, hosting things and so many great opportunities that I've received over the years. And now I'm doing a training to help others who are interested in sharing their voice, sharing their story, sharing their message, and making an impact. That is coming April 12th. It'll be Tuesdays for 6 weeks, starting April 12th, 7 p.m. on Tuesday evenings, 7 p.m. Eastern. And I just can't wait. We're going to get started. Week 1, you guys can see here, Finding the Speaker Within. We're gonna dream again and find the speaker within. You have the ability, you have the gift. even if you're nervous, even if you're uncomfortable, it exists in you. And I'm going to help you guys rediscover yourself inside yourself. Then we're going to do finding your expertise. What is your message? What do you care about? What do you want to talk about? Somebody else wants to talk about teen pregnancy, and somebody else wants to talk about motivation, and somebody else wants to talk about arts and crafts, and somebody else wants to talk about music. Whatever it is, you want to use that message to inspire people, to motivate people, to help somebody out there. And that's what we're going to teach you guys how to do. We're going to find your expertise. We're going to create your signature speech in week 3. We're going to talk about emotional intelligence on the stage. Emotional intelligence happens to be one of my expertise. And we're going to talk about how you can have better self-awareness, self-control, empathy, and people skills, which is going to help you in all areas of your life, personal and professional, on stage and off, in your love life, in your family life, in your career, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Having emotional intelligence is huge. We're going to talk about that. Then we're going to talk about body language, voice, rhythm, and timing. We're going to talk about how you move, how you flow. We see people, artists, musicians, they move, they flow with the music. As a speaker, how do you move? How do you flow? How do you move the crowd like an MC, right? Back in the day, they said the MC knew how to move the crowd. How do you learn how to move the crowd? We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about networking and building your speaker business. So make sure you guys get ready to check that out. Thank you, everybody who's already signed up for that. Again, that starts April 12th. You have until April 11th to sign up for that, but I'd go ahead and secure your spot. It will be live via Zoom, so wherever you're at in the world, you guys will be able to check that out. So check that out. Make sure you guys check that out. Next, we have a daddy-daughter dance coming soon. I hit the wrong button. There we go. We have a daddy-daughter dance, ties and tiaras. Is it tiaras or is it tiaras? Is it tiaras or is it tiaras? I said tiaras, and then somebody said tiaras, and I said, is it tiaras or tiaras? I don't know. Doesn't matter. But what matters is we're going to have a daddy-daughter dance at the Massillon Event Center. Many tickets have already sold. Tickets are still available, though. It's coming up this coming weekend. I mean, not this weekend, the following weekend. It's coming up real soon. We're going to have a red carpet event, which we will be hosting as Lucas Live Media. There's going to be dance and food, fun for all the dads and daughters. If you've gone to a daddy-daughter dance, you need to come again. If you've never gone before, you need to come out. You got to come out to things like this, right? You want to take your daughters of all ages and bring them out and check it out. So we hope to see you guys at the daddy-daughter dance, ties and tiaras, put on by the Massillon Event Center, and Lucas Live Media will be there, and we will be having a great time at this event. So I'm super excited about it, and hope you guys are too. Hope you guys check it out. We hope you guys come out and see us there. All right. We are going to keep moving. I, again, told you guys that I have a special guest. He, again, is working with NBC doing some pretty cool things. I'm going to start by playing a little music that he has worked on, and then I'm going to have him come on and tell us a little bit about it. When I hear this song and I hear this music, I just get excited. Like, it's just good music, period. It's just amazing, and he's so talented and so gifted, yet so humble and so personable and so easy to talk to. The first time we met, it was like long lost friends. It was like he was my brother, and I seriously felt like that. And it was so cool to hear where he had been, around the world and with so many amazing people, but yet he was still so down to earth. I want you guys to check out this clip here and see a little bit of the talent of my man Kyrie. Without any further delay, I'd like to welcome to the show the one and only Kyrie Tyler. How you doing today, my man?
What up, family? How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling amazing, man. So excited to be talking to you, to be meeting with you. I actually wrote your name down on a piece of paper, and I said, I want to interview you soon. And we had kind of talked about it, but I was thinking I want to do some new things here in the spring. It's time for some new things. And I wrote your name down, and we talked about some things right now. And we were able to make tonight work. I'm so excited to talk to you tonight. You are one of the most talented people I've ever met, and one of the most humble people I've ever met. Can you tell everybody where you're from and when did you start getting into music?
Man, first and foremost, bro, thank you for having me on here, man. Like you said, we've been trying to figure this out for some time now, but we
Yes, sir.
finally did it,
We did
and
it.
we here.
We in
We
here.
here.
Yes.
I'm originally from Mansfield, Ohio, born and raised. I started playing piano in the church at the age of 9, and I'm 32 now.
Okay. All right. Got a few years in there. I love it. I love it. Yes, that's amazing. Started in Mansfield, Ohio, and now living here in a little further north here now, and continuing to do this. Now, you started in Mansfield. Was it like 9 years old? Was it like in church? Was it like you had a piano teacher, you had a keyboard teacher, you took it in school? How did you get started?
Yeah, I started in church. Really, really crazy story. So, my cousin, my first cousin, his name is Aaron Gamble. He's been playing longer than I have, and he's the one who got me interested in it. I started playing. I was 9 years later. Come to find out, it's LeBron James' brother. So LeBron James'
Really?
brother taught me how to play piano.
Wow. What are the chances? Like not basketball,
I know,
piano.
right?
Right. Wow. That's amazing. So LeBron's brother taught you how to play piano, 9 years old, playing in the church. Now, what was that like? So 9 years old playing in the church. That doesn't mean you're the main guy, right? They let you play around sometime. How long was it before you were somebody who was in there every Sunday?
Oof, it was a long time.
You had to pay your
Uh,
dues.
yeah, you gotta pay them dues, man. I didn't really start playing. I didn't really start like being able to handle things on my own until like I was maybe around 12 or 13, maybe around 13. And even then, I always needed that help. I always needed somebody beside me. Yeah, it was a long time coming, man.
Interesting. Interesting. So, would you say we just saw you playing here in this clip? Would you say that playing was a natural gift that you already had, or do you think it was something you really developed over time? Like, what was it like for you?
I think it was a little bit of both. I think it was a little bit of both because the passion had always been there. I had always been passionate about playing music. I was born and raised in the church.
Right.
So as a child, seeing family playing drums or family singing or family playing keys or whatever it is, I've already had that passion. But I just kind of took stronger to piano. So I would say a lot of commitment but I would say 50% passion, 50%, kind of just putting that work in.
I love it. I love it. That's important. So, somebody out there is young and they're interested. My daughter, for instance, is interested. She plays the cello in the orchestra at school, but she also enjoys the keyboard and she can play by ear. Like she can pick up some tunes. It's pretty fascinating to see her, and she's only 12 years old. For somebody like her, what would you tell some young person who's interested, is passionate, it's a little bit of gift, it's something they need to develop? Like, what would you tell them to do to help them further their gift?
I would tell them consistency is the key. You
Mm,
have to stay consistent in the days where you don't feel like doing it, in the days where you do feel like doing it, when you're encouraged or when you're discouraged. You have to stay consistent. It's like working out, you can't work out once and be like, all right, I'm buff now. It don't work like that.
right, right,
It
right.
don't
I'm
work
good.
like
I'm
that.
good.
So you gotta, if you really love it, and if this is something that you really want to do and it's really in your heart, stay consistent. You'll start to see the results that you want to see, sooner than you think. Obviously, you'll never, as a musician, you never get to where you want to be because once you hit a level, then you say, all right, I want to grow more. I want to grow. So you never stop growing. You never stop learning, but you
Right.
start to get comfortable.
Interesting. I mean, all right. So watching someone like you, and first of all, this fascinates me. I need to find a clip because I don't understand this playing two keyboards at once stuff. Like I'd be like, I mean, you got sometimes you got three. I need to understand this. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta find a clip. Like what are we talking about here? How are we playing? How are we playing multiple keyboards here?
Three,
Like
four,
I don't know what's
one,
going on.
two, three, four,
You're standing
one,
around, you got
two, three,
multiple
four.
keyboards all over the place. How do you even keep up? Like what's that about? Like how do you play here and here? You got buttons under here, you gotta kind of try to push. I'm like, what are they doing? Like, and why? I mean, why not just can't you just take it?
it's
What's
it's
how do you do that?
It's a science, man. It's a science. Now it's muscle memory for me.
Mm,
But like in that world, when I'm playing for that type of artist or that type of genre, um, like I'm taking sounds out of the actual song and replacing the sounds with what I would play. So sometimes the song has a piano in it and there's a synth sound. So I'm taking the piano and the synth sound out, and I have to, obviously, if I'm taking it out, I have to play it. So it's all muscle memory at this point. So
What?
you
That is
just kind of got to do it, man, if
insane.
you want to be in that world.
That is insane. That is absolutely insane. Let's talk a little bit about some of the people you had an opportunity to work with. And I just know a few, and please don't be, I mean, it's not about name dropping, it's about people understanding that it's possible. To me, I think it's important. Sometimes we're like, I don't want to name drop, but then at the same time, somebody who's a young Kyrie coming up is like, I could never work with that person because the person who did never said it. So I just assumed he couldn't. Some of the names you've mentioned to me are like Khaled, Usher, Beyonce, Jay Z. How do you get in rooms with people like this? Let's just start with Usher. How in the world does somebody from Mansfield, Ohio, end up doing anything with Usher other than buying concert tickets and sitting in the audience? How did you do it? What was that like?
So how did that come about? I have a friend named Damian Farmer who was in the, well, let me start back here. Um, I want to say 2016. I started doing this thing on my social media called Black Suit Music. And I would just pretty much, I was just making a massive amount of content, putting out content every single day, and it started to build traction. And it started to build traction. So I would then fly back and forth from here to LA, and just a network. I'm a really big networker. Just go out, meet people. I ain't even gonna lie, I'd be out there lying like, yeah, I live here.
Yeah, I'm out here.
You
You like
know?
basically I'm here all the time. So I basically
Yeah,
live here.
yeah.
Right.
So always networking, and I met this guy named Damian Farmer, and we hit it off, man, and he opened a lot of those doors for me. He opened a lot of those doors for me. He started me off with oh man, I can't even remember who he started me off with. It's been a
Uh-huh.
long time. But yeah, he started me off with a pop artist with just arranging, and I was working hard, like just trying to impress him, let him know, like, hey man,
I could
I'm
do this.
ready for this. I
Right,
was just really
right,
giving it my all.
right.
So we knocked that out the park. And then a week after we finished that, he was like, hey man, you want to go on tour with Usher? I was like, nah, I'm not. No, I'm good. I'm trying to stay home.
You said no? I mean, cause what? Cause you got a
No,
wife and kids or something? Like, what are you talking about?
no, I went. I'm just messing around.
I'm like, what? Like, how do
Uh,
you say no? Like, did you say yes in the moment, or were you like, I got to make a couple phone calls? What are you talking about? How do you say
no,
yes?
yeah, it was an instant yes. I ain't even checked with my wife. I was like, we just gonna make this work.
She gonna understand. She
No,
gonna understand.
yeah, so and that's how I started with Usher, and that was Usher was my first artist that I like went on a road with and tour with.
Mm,
Yep.
wow.
So my brother Damo Farmer, he really put me in the game and really helped me navigate, and he introduced me to a crew called 1500 to Nothing, who is also a major part of like my career. They kind of helped me grow in this thing.
Did you ever imagine? So you get connected to this person. I mean, what was your dream? And then I'd like to know what is your dream, and maybe it's the same. But what at the time where he says, "Do you want to tour with Usher?" Were you like, "That's exactly what I want to do," or were you just like, "I just want to have a little success," or what was your dream at that moment?
At that moment, my I wanted to be a touring musician.
Okay.
That's what I was aiming for. I was trying to get on that level, get on those platforms. So yeah, at that particular moment, yeah, that was the goal.
Did you think they're saying Paula Abdul, your wife, Liz, shout out to Liz.
Paula Abdul,
What
there it is.
what? Listen, your wife earlier. Hold on. Shout out to your wife, Liz. She said Paula earlier. I'm like, is she tagging somebody named Paula? What is she talking about? She called her all first name ish. I'm like, who is Paula? Then Joy, your sister in law, says Paula Abdul, right, Liz? What are we talking about? Paula Abdul, randomly. What are we
Yep,
talking about?
Paula Abdul. That's who it was. I couldn't think of who it was.
She
It
what?
was
What did
as
she do?
well. That was the first opportunity I had. I was just arranging for her and like piecing together her show for her tour.
Hmm. What does that even mean? Okay, for us regular people out here, regular people, what in the world is a musical? What does it mean to arrange music? Right, arrange. I know people who arrange room and decorate rooms and arrange certain stuff. I think of an orchestra maybe as something that has an arrangement. I mean, I've heard that word, but I don't. What does that mean? Paula Abdul, been in the game all these years, is like, young Kyrie. I was wondering if you could arrange the music. What is that? You set up the keyboards a certain way. What does arranging music mean? What is that?
No, it's pretty much we put our show together. So they'll give us the list of songs, and they'll ask us like, how do you see, like what order should these songs go in?
Mm.
How should it flow? What song should we piece together? What song should we cut? So pretty much they're leaning on us to let them know what are these people going to love. Like a lot of the artists just want to come and perform the songs, and it's easier for them to do that. So they'll give us the load of like, hey, you tell me what to sing, you tell me how to sing it, and I'm just going to do that. So that's like arranging and putting together a show. That's how that works.
Right. Shout out to Robert Johnson. You know my man Robert Johnson. He's a
Yes, sir.
that's a
Oh, we got
talented
history. Me and Rob got history.
talented guy himself. He's a talented
Uh
guy.
huh.
Yes, that's my man. Shout out. Thanks for jumping on, Rob. We appreciate it. If you guys are jumping on here, please share this broadcast so others can check it out. We are promoting the Stark County Star Search competition coming to the Massillon Event Center April 30th. Kyrie is actually going to be a judge, and he's going to be heavily involved with the winner of the contest. Kyrie, why don't we jump into that for a second, just in case somebody's jumping in now. We want them to hear about it, and we'll talk about this again throughout. So, and I want to get back to more of this music and more of your history of music. But you're going to be judging the Stark County Star Search competition, and you also have other history in judging other musical competitions. Talk to me a little bit about what it's going to be like, or what you see for this area with something like a Star Search.
Well, honestly, what we're looking for, well, what I'm looking for, every judge is going to be looking for something, different, and that's what I love most. But as far as me, I'm going to be looking for like an overall artist. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear your vocals. I want to hear your writing style. I want to see your actual performance, because some people can just sing but don't know how to perform.
Mm,
Some people can perform but don't know how to sing. So you know what I'm
interesting.
saying? It's going to be really cool to try to find someone with a healthy balance who knows how to do both. A
Interesting.
star is do it all.
Okay, okay. If you don't mind, I'd like to play a quick game with you. This just popped into my head. I'm going to name an
Let's go.
artist, and I want you to tell me, are they a singer, a performer, or both? Okay, can we do that? Could you do that? Because
Let's go. Let's
you
go.
suggested, okay, because I've always looked at me. I've loved music. Grew up. We listened to all kinds of music. I can't even tell you the genres and the stuff and the songs that I know from groups from way before I was born to up to current to a child listening to Michael Jackson and stuff. Like my family just listened to a lot of music and a lot of diverse music. So I'm a huge music fan. And I've often thought some of those people, I'm like, man, they're a really good performer, but I don't know how well they sing. Like, I don't really know. And then there's some I'm like, they could sing anywhere at any moment, no mic, no beat, no nothing. They could
Yep.
just sing, sing, sing. And then there's some is like, I think they got both of them. Okay, I think they got
Yep.
both of them. And if you guys have anybody in the comments, please, if you think of an artist that you want to know if Kyrie, he's a judge, so he's gonna help us judge this today. Singer,
Let's go.
performer, or both is the name of the game. Singer, performer, or both. First person, I'd like you to name it. I'd like you to tell me about Beyonce.
Beyonce, she's the whole thing.
I
She's she's the
I,
whole
I,
thing.
I
Watching
thought
her,
so. Tell me about that.
watching her work in person, she's an animal. like she's like you can tell like she works really hard for perfection, and
Mhm.
she makes sure it's everything that she wants it to be.
Mm.
And that's from music, that's from choreography, that's from clothing, like that's from styling the stage. Like
And
she's
you've
a
been
creative
there.
director.
She,
Yeah.
so tell me about that real quick. And we're going to keep playing this game. You guys in the comments, name some artists, male or female, that you want to know if Kyrie believes they're a singer, a performer, or both. All you got to do is give us the name of the artist you want him to judge. Type some of those names into the comments so we have some more. You worked with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Tell us a little bit about, like, what was that like? Was that a one-time thing? Was that multiple shows? And what did you see? What was that like?
Oh, it was number one, being in a room with billionaires.
Mm.
It just it heightens your senses.
Like a tingling.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like really, man. It like because it was just it's so hard to explain, but being around them, it really inspired you. It really inspired me. Like man, like it let you know it's possible. It's
Mm.
possible. I'm
Yeah.
sitting in front of two billionaires, so it's possible.
Yeah.
Like I'm watching, I'm looking at them with my own eyes.
Wow.
So like being around them and experiencing them, they number one, they're great people. They're
Mm.
great people. Some artists can come off really, I don't even know the word these days, but they can
Right.
come off like as buttholes.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
like for you to be a billionaire and still be down to earth, still be great people,
Mm.
that's rare. That's
Yeah.
rare. Really,
Yeah.
really rare.
I love
But
it.
yeah, that oof.
It was different.
Both of them, man. They're extremely creative. They're still they still have their hands inside of their artistry. A
Mm.
lot of times these artists will get really big and then they'll just hire people to take over. Like, no, you pick and just let me know.
Right.
But they're heavily involved in how they want things to look, how they want things to sound.
Mm.
So they're geniuses, man.
That's amazing. Incredible. Incredible that you had an opportunity to be right there with them and to experience that so closely. Fascinating. Fascinating. Robert Johnson says Babyface, singer, performer, or both? Babyface.
Babyface, he is. If you want me to be 100% honest, he's a writer.
I knew you were
He's a
going to say that. I was sitting here like, he's a writer, right? He just happens to be able to sing, but
yeah,
he's a
yeah,
really genius
yeah. I mean,
writer,
he can sing. He can sing. I mean, obviously he can sing,
right?
and his show is pretty good too. But his strongest, where he's strongest at, he's a
Mm.
writer.
He wrote every song in the 90s that most of us, I mean, he wrote so many hit songs that we
Yeah.
love by other artists. If you have never looked up the list of songs that Babyface wrote for so many artists for decades, I mean, but really, if you look at that 90s R&B and B and that sound that we all loved, that so many of us loved, I know, Babyface was behind song after song after song from,
This is true.
it's amazing. So he was a little, he
Even
was,
now,
yeah.
I was,
Is he still?
even now he's still active. Like you will be surprised.
I didn't
You
know
will be
that. I didn't
surprised
know that.
at the songs that he's behind even today.
I did not know that. That is fascinating because, yeah, I thought it was a before kind of thing. Like he did it in the 90s. I didn't realize he was still doing it. But next person, Nushka. Shout out to Nushka. She says Mariah Carey, singer, performer, or both.
Performer.
Really? Wait. Time out, flag on the play. I don't know if we allowed this. Who said he could say this? Hold on. I didn't expect that one.
Performer.
Performer?
I've worked with
She
her.
can
She's
sing every octave in the whole thing. She got to be a singer.
that's what the CD tells you. I've worked with her in person. Like I've worked with her. She's not really a strong vocalist. She's not really a strong vocalist.
What?
She's an amazing performer. And she's an amazing performer and she has songs that will last till the end of time. But as far as she's not the strongest singer. She's not the strongest singer.
What? Excuse me, everybody. If you guys disagree, please say you disagree. He's my guest. I love him. I'm shocked though, but I'm not denying it because he's seen her closer than I have. I've seen her on the Christmas album. I don't know. What do I know? I've seen her when she was young, 17-year-old Mariah Carey and watched her career. And then she went from like this sweet little lady to like this super sexy lady who was just doing a lot. I was kind of like, I was wondering if she was, you know, getting out there a little too much and not just focusing on her gift. Kind of the industry can kind of, I suppose, make you try to focus more on your look even than just
Hmm.
your gift. And I don't know. What was that?
Especially in that time, that era
Yeah,
of music,
yeah.
they really want they were it was big on image and not like talent.
Right. That's fascinating. Fascinating. So I'm surprised. All right, next one. Again, everybody, love. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the shares. If you're on Facebook, you can tag your family and friends. You can say at Steve, check this out, a great episode of Lucas Live, or say, hey, wake up, or just tag their name, and they'll get a notification to come and check this out. We appreciate that. We are promoting Starr County Star Search. Now, it's not just for people in Starr County. It will just be hosted in Starr County at the Massillon Event Center, right near downtown Massillon. It's a beautiful space. There's also going to be a daddy-daughter dance there soon. Let me throw that back up there real quick, just so you guys know. Daddy-daughter dance, April 9th, 2022. You guys, make sure you get your tickets to that. $30 per couple. There's going to be raffles and games, food, DJs, prizes, daddy-daughter dance-off, photo booths, candy, red carpet experience by Lucas Live Media. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you haven't gotten your tickets, and moms and grandmothers and sisters and aunties, y'all know, get the guys and the daughters together. Help them out. The dads may want to go, but they may not feel like coordinating outfits. You help them out. All right, get the tickets, get them going, and make it work. Also, we're going to have a Star Search Singers Edition at the Massillon Event Center on April 30th. Is that date right? Yes, that's April 9th, and that's April. I'm like, wait a minute. They can't be the same day. April 30th. You guys are going to be so much fun. The finalists, you have to send in videos. Joy, if you're here in the comments, if you could tell them where to send those videos into. We want people to send in videos. The deadline to send in your videos is a week from tomorrow. So that is April 8th, I believe. Friday, April 8th, I believe, is the deadline to send in your videos. The deadline has been extended to allow for more submissions. You guys make sure you do that, and make sure you guys check that out. But we will both be there. I'll be there hosting. Kyrie will be there judging. He's also going to be participating in the winner after the show, and helping them out. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. MassillonEC@gmail.com. Sending your videos or sending your questions. If you're like, I don't know how to upload my video, I'm not sure what to do. Can I do something different? How do I get it to you? Check it out. All right. MassillonEC@gmail.com. Massillon EC. Shout out to my man, Aunt Rose, Dr. Roman. He said, everybody just threw their whole audition tape away if Mariah Carey isn't a strong vocalist. Ain't nobody got a chance. They got a chance at the Starr County Star Search. They do have a chance there. And Kyrie's going to work with them and help them get it together. Kyrie, let's talk a little bit about what you could offer an artist. And you're going to help work with the winner. Tell me a little bit about what can someone do to help someone who has raw talent develop more? Because I think that's something you said you want to see if they got the whole package, but you're not looking for perfection. You're looking for someone who you could help. Am I wrong? Tell me about that.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Like we're looking for, like you said, we're not looking for perfection. We're looking for someone who's just hungry, who just wants to go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to do something different, out of the norm.
Right.
So Marcus Tate, that's family.
Shout
I've
out.
seen
Is
his
that
name.
family to you? Okay, the Tate. Shout out to
He
Marcus
makes some of the
Tate.
best chicken I've ever had in my
Man,
life.
Chef Tate. What are you talking about?
Chef
Wow.
Tate. But
Right.
yeah, we're just looking for someone who is just really hungry, who really wants to do it. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to offer, I guess the prize, we're going to offer our wisdom, our advice. We're going to help them produce and put out a single. And
Exciting.
I'm yeah, yeah, it's really exciting. I'm gonna help oversee it. Joe's gonna produce the track, and I'm just kind of gonna keep my hands on it, help with the writing, help with just kind of shaping it and molding it together.
I love it. I love it. Shout out to Joe. Joe Lewis is here. He's going to be heavily involved
Yo,
with the winner as well. Um, the hashtag, the MEC Star Search 2022. Check that out. We're going to be doing some great things. Super excited about it. Super excited about all that your family there is doing with the Massillon Event Center. I'm a Canton guy. So, for something to be popping in Massillon and for me to be so excited about it, it's got to be something special. You know what I mean? So
uh,
I'm really, really excited about it. Shout out to Mrs. Lewis here. She says, "Hey, son," to you.
hey,
Um,
mama.
the lovely Miss Lewis. She is still just as lovely as she wants to be. I love her. She's so sweet. Hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Ebony Akron, what's going on, Eb? This is exciting, Eb. I know you're going to be helping out at the Daddy Daughter Dance, I believe, Eb. Such a great support system. All the people around, everybody in the community. I know Brandon Donovan. I don't know if he jumped on here. I know there's going to be some other guest judges from this area. And we're going to do this. We're going to do Star Search Acting Edition, Star Search Children's Singing Edition, other things to come, as well as other events at the Massillon Event Center. Lucas Live Media is excited. Myself and the team, we're excited to be a part of these great events, partnering with them. And my sister Joy Ellis, love you so much. So excited. Thank you for bringing us into these great events. To my lovely wife, Kareem Marie, always involved, always doing great things. She just shouted out her brother, Richard, who is one of the best singers that people don't even know. The man can do what he do and he do what he do. That's my guy. Shout out to him
Go.
as well. So Ebony, no, there's not an age limit. It's 15 and up for the 15 is the youngest you can be for this Star Search competition. 15 and up, they just have to submit their video and the address to send those videos in. I'm gonna find it because Joy put it on here at some point. I just gotta scroll around and find it. But you guys send those in to massillonec@gmail.com. massillonec@gmail.com. We got to do another one. We got to do another singer, performer, or both. That's the game. If you guys are just tuning in, make sure you guys share the broadcast, like the broadcast. I'm Lucas Tyndale. This is Lucas Live News Special Event with Mr. Kyrie Tyler. We're going to talk about his work with NBC in just a second with Songland, an American Song Contest, a new show hosted by Snoop Dogg and Kelly Clarkson. Is that right? Just came out.
Yeah.
He's working with these great shows, and he's going to be right here in Stark County, working with some local artists, some local talent, and you guys don't want to miss it. So if you know somebody who's gifted and talented, tag them right now. Make sure they don't miss this, because if they're 15 and older, they might win the contest and get in the studio and get to record a song, and it may be the beginning of a whole new world for them. So make sure you set them up for that. So, okay, let me give you another one. Now, you said Mariah Carey. If y'all missed it, Kyrie the Judge Tyler said Mariah Carey is more a performer than a vocalist, and most of us from our view thought she was a singer. Okay, now what about the late, great Whitney Houston, my man Whitney Houston? Tell me something good. Whitney Houston, singer, performer, or both?
Whitney was both. She was both.
Interesting. Okay, tell me about that, because she danced a little bit, but she wasn't no boom, boom, boom. She wasn't no Beyonce. So what makes you say both?
She was such a powerhouse from obviously I've never worked with her, but actually, well, I wouldn't say I worked with her, but I arranged her hologram show in Vegas that's being done right now. But
What?
reviewing
I can't even hold on. I do not allow people to slide stuff in and act like it's nothing real quick. Hold on, wait a minute, stop the press. So they're doing a Whitney Houston hologram show, first of all?
Yep, in Vegas right now.
Fascinating. I was just in Vegas. I didn't see nothing about it. Nobody told me, okay? Fascinating. I think that's a fascinating thing anyway, that they can do that. And I mean, that's fascinating. And did you say you're helping arrange that, or you know somebody?
Yeah, I helped put some arrangements together for it.
What? Never mind. I'm gonna call you later. I'm gonna call you. You know, when you find out you know somebody that know everybody and everything, you be like, I should have been calling him more often. Where does he like to go to breakfast? I need to take this brother to breakfast. That is fascinating. Helped arrange the Whitney Houston show in Vegas. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. So, all right, let me give you another one. Y'all got to give me some more names in the comments. Y'all need to give me some. Okay, I see one. Okay, wait, right. Robert Johnson said Lettucey. Singer, performer, or both?
Lettucey. I would say she's a singer.
Okay. Singer. Okay. What about Jennifer Lopez?
Jennifer Lopez, she's both.
She's both? Is she?
I would give her both.
Really? I didn't think J-Lo could sing. I'm like, I thought Ja Rule was singing with her. I thought they was both. I thought it was all the same.
The thing about J-Lo is she stays in her lane.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She doesn't try to do anything that she can't do.
Okay.
So I've never heard her like I've never heard her and be like, man, she sounds terrible. It's always like she sounds like the album. She sounds like she's doing what she's good at doing. And then she's a great performer.
Now, your wife, listen, Liz said, really? Over Mariah? Y'all gonna have to argue tonight. I don't know, brother. Sorry, I was trying to save you from that, but I don't know.
Yes, over Mariah. I've heard Mariah try to do things and it just didn't work. And it was tarnishing.
Tarnishing on her image. Tarnishing on her image. All right, we got a lot
It
more.
was tarnishing on her image. I just shouldn't have heard it. If I would have just heard her from the albums and not work with her and hear her, it would be like, oh, okay, yeah, probably, yeah, she can sing. But hearing her without the help of studio, it's like, okay, that's different.
Interesting. You guys, if you guys are just tuning in, make sure you guys are ready to check out the Star Search Singers Edition here in Stark County. It's an epic event at the MEC at the Massillon Event Center. We'll also be streaming this event on lucaslivemedia.com exclusively. So you guys make sure you get ready to check that out. We also have a daddy-daughter dance coming up April 9th, 2022. We're going to have a red carpet event. We will be there, Lucas Live Media, celebrating. I'll be there with my daughter, Savannah, as well. We're going to dance and have some fun. But first, we're going to set off the red carpet experience, Lucas Live Media exclusive, and we're going to have a lot of fun partnering with the Massillon Event Center. So make sure you guys check that out. Kyrie will be a judge at the Star Search competition, singers competition. So you guys get ready for that. We're going to hear his thoughts there that day as well. Your wife Liz says, what about Prince, the late great Prince?
The greatest to ever. After Jesus,
She knew what you was gonna say. She like, I'm gonna get him hype.
the greatest to
right after
walk
Jesus.
this earth. I carry this around.
Why is that right there?
I carry this around, bro.
That's hilarious.
He's the greatest of all time. Ever.
Greatest of all time.
Ever. The greatest. I can go all day about this man.
Okay, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Tell me why. Hold on. This is something we like to do. Shout out to my guy, Dr. Anthony Rodman. We do a show called In God's Image Live, The Truth Revealed, and we do a little something called the 2-minute warning here, and I give him 2 minutes to tell me something. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Shout out to Dr. Ant Rowe. You guys check out In God's Image Live, The Truth Revealed at In God's Image or at We Are God's Image on YouTube. Make sure you guys follow those pages. Great show. We talk about deep things of God and life and spit the truth there. Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific time. He's on the West Coast. I'm here on the East Coast, and we have a great time each week. Check that out, and check out wearegodsimage.com as well. We have a great show there. But one of the things we do is something called the 2-minute warning. So shout out to him for the 2-minute warning. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to tell us about why is Prince. Now listen, when Prince passed away, I flew into Minnesota that day. But he passed away. The next day I flew in. They had the lights in the tunnel. I don't know if you've ever been to Minnesota's airport. The tunnel, they got down. It was like all purple. All of his books and stuff was in the bookstore. Everything was purple. Like the next day, he's from Minnesota. So it was incredible. Now I grew up listening to Prince as well. My brother's a huge Prince fan. My mom was a huge Prince fan. But I don't know if I got it because I was one of those Michael Jackson Prince kids looking at him thinking like I was young. I'm like, are they the same person? Are they different? Who's better? And I was more a Michael Jackson guy, even though I think you're going to argue they don't quite compare. And I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. But 2 minutes, tell us about Prince real quick.
Prince, number one, is the greatest artist to ever walk the earth. Let's start there. No, he like would always kind of draw me to him. He made music that he loved. He made music that he cared about. From the beginning of time in this industry, they, like we just said, they'll these A&Rs, these labels, they kind of push you or force you into creating a sound like, because this works on the radio, or the image, like if you put this shirt on, if you put this dress on or whatever, this works in the world right now. This is what's trending.
Right.
But Prince always kind of went against the grain. Like, no, like I'm going to create a sound of my own. I'm going to create a vibe of my own. So he always created something that was just new, that was just godly.
It wasn't. I love that.
He was a trendsetter.
Yes.
He would create something and then people would follow, opposed to always trying to follow a trend.
Yeah.
So I respect that so much in artistry, and I really try to chase after that in my own artistry. It's like, build something of your own, opposed to trying to figure out what's hot and chase that right now, because it never works out. You know what I'm saying?
And is he better than Michael Jackson? What are you talking about?
Yeah, he is.
Thank you guys for
Yeah.
tuning in. That's the end of the show. I don't know what I was thinking, bringing this brother on. No, just playing. No, okay. All right, I respect it. I really
No, and
respect.
this is just my opinion.
All right, all
It's
right,
just my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, MJ was always told like, hey,
Mm.
sing this,
Since he was
sing
little.
this. Like, yeah, since he was little, hey, this will work. This will work. Sing this. Sing it like this.
Mm.
Prince, on the other hand, said, no, I'm going to sing what I wrote, or I'm going to sing what I created, and the
Ooh.
world is going to fall that. Like, so if you want to be 100% honest, like, Michael Jackson fans, and again, granted, Michael Jackson is also one of the greatest artists of all time.
Okay.
But if you're a Michael Jackson fan, that means you're really a Quincy Jones fan, because Quincy Jones wrote and produced a lot of that stuff.
Listen, Kyrie.
Now, if you're a Prince fan, that means you are a Prince fan. If you're a Morris Day and a Time fan, that means you are a Prince fan. You know you see what I'm saying?
Kyrie.
Prince wrote these songs.
Kyrie.
Prince produced these songs.
Ooh.
It's just there's a difference. There's a difference here, man.
You're tearing into his souls tonight. You're getting in our chest tonight. I can feel your words. Like this, I can feel your wisdom. I can feel that you're not coming from. While this is your opinion and you're open to what people can believe, whatever they want, right? Art is art. So to somebody they love something else. Somebody doesn't like Prince or Michael Jackson. Totally fine. But I love the way you're breaking down why you believe what you believe, and then understanding arrangement, production, things like this behind the scenes that most people never know. We're like, that person is super good, not knowing whether that person ever wrote a lyric in their life, right? Not knowing if that person ever arranged their own music ever in their life. And you're telling us some people have, like a Prince, is a really natural, raw, this is what I do. I made this stuff. I wrote this stuff. I created this stuff. I believe Marcus Tate said Prince was a musical god. A god means creator, right? A musical creator. It means a God created. He from inside he created stuff. Prince created, you're saying, and you're saying Michael Jackson was more a creation of, say, a Quincy Jones. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I wouldn't say a Quincy Jones. Mike definitely helped paved his way.
Okay.
You know, like Rob said, you know, without the performer, none of this stuff would have worked. So if Quincy would have gave these songs to another artist, it probably wouldn't have been as effective as with those songs going to Michael. So let's not get it twisted. Mike, like, you can't get it twisted. Mike is one of the greatest. He is one of the greatest of all time. But
interesting.
Prince, there's just it's a difference between the two, man.
All right, let's talk about judging. Let's talk about judging music for a minute. Everybody, we thank you guys for being here. Again, we're shouting out the Star Search competition coming to the Massillon Event Center on April 30th. I will be your host. I'm super excited about it. And Kyrie will be one of our judges. He is actually a judge on some other great shows I want to talk about real quick. And he's also was a musical, he was the musical director for Songland. I don't know if you guys have checked this show out. Songland on NBC. He was the musical director for this song. If you guys like this show, have seen this show, hit those hearts. Let us know if you guys have ever checked out Songland on NBC. Kyrie, my man, tell us a little bit about your work with Songland first. Let's start there. What was your role? What does it mean to be a musical director for a show like
So I was just pretty much overseeing all of the music, all of the performers, anyone who came in, any one of the contestants who came in. It was pretty much my job to make sure the band sounded great with them, the contestant was comfortable before, you know, being on TV. Just pretty much making sure everything ran smoothly. Anything that had to do with music, I had to make sure it ran smoothly. Everything was in place. Everybody was comfortable, and everybody was confident.
How does anybody know that you can do this, Kyrie? Kyrie, who I was at game night with eating chicken wings, my man. How did somebody call Kyrie and be like, Kyrie, I know you over there playing the Martin family trivia game with Lucas. We was wondering if you could come out here and do some stuff. How did you get in these spaces and places? How does that happen?
It really goes back to like I said at the beginning, man. My family over my 1500 and nothing family, they helped me create a network of my own. So there's a lot of stuff like we We do a lot of things. We do television. We score films. We um we have our hands in millions of things. So a lot of things come
Mm,
our way. And one of the head guys, his name is Lawrence Dobson. He's always looking out for me. He's always kind of like building me up and like tossing things my way. So I
mm,
did some work with this group called 88 Rising, um, and maybe like a year had passed, and the guy he remembered me. The guy who did 88 Rising, hit the management, also worked on The Voice.
okay.
So The Voice and Songland, they have the same producers. So they asked him like, "Hey, we need a guy," and he just remembered me from he
Mm.
remembered me from the 88 Rising thing.
That's big. That's big. Reminds me of the story of Joseph in the Bible. Like, remember me. Like, when you get out there, when you get somewhere, remember me. To have somebody speak well of you is a huge gift and huge blessing for everybody out there. I love what Kyrie was talking about with networking. People believe they have calling in life to share the good news, to talk about the kingdom of God, say, but we don't get out there and build networks. We don't take opportunities and take chances to get to know people. We don't have other people come as our witness, as a witness and
Hmm.
testimony of the good things that we have done, to talk about the fruit that we could bear. And so you got to surround yourself with people who are willing to do that, and you got to be willing to do that for other people, especially those who are doing great work. Shout out to my wife Corrine Marie. I want to shout her out. She's going to be she's been making short films. She's going to be making a full length feature film. We're believing this year. We're going to do some fundraising. We're doing some great stuff for it this year, along with It Is Written, which is a part of our In God's Image family as well. And I'd love to talk to you. I'd love for us to all talk. We can do it over a game night, over some wings, over something about scoring a film. Like, what does that mean to be able to put something like that together? Because that's a pretty cool. That the music in a film is huge. It can make the whole thing, right?
Yeah, yeah, trust me, I know. I had the privilege to score. I wouldn't say it was Eddie Murphy's latest. Was it? Was Dolomite Eddie Murphy's latest
I think
movie?
it was. I think it was his latest major film. I think so.
I did a lot of the scoring on that. Me and my family at 1500 nothing. So
Wow.
like you said, music kind of makes or breaks
Mm,
film. Really, it's really the music that triggers the emotion that you're looking for. So
agree.
without that, like you could put some happy music over what's supposed to be a sad scene, and that automatically turns the scene like it's brighter. So
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. The music is maybe like 50% of the film, to be honest.
Interesting. That's a good point. As a music person, there was a movie called The Photograph with Issa Rae. And the movie, I watched the movie the first time. I kind of liked it. The second time I watched it, I was like, I don't know if I like it that much. But they had some 80s music, some Whitney Houston, some Luther, some things that I really liked. And so the music alone, the nostalgia of the music for me made the movie good. When I watched it back, I
Mm.
was like, I probably liked the music more than the movie. But nonetheless, it made me walk away feeling like I enjoyed it. Now, back to real quick, another one on the singer, performer, or both game. Let's jump back into that real quick. Ebony Akron says, what about Luther? Not Luther
Yeah,
Vandross.
because there's a difference.
There's a difference.
There's a difference between Luther and Luther. Huge difference.
Huge difference between
Um,
singer, performer, or both. Kyrie, what? Let's judge this. What are we talking about?
in my opinion, he was a singer.
Okay, okay.
I'm not really a
Is
fan
that
of his performance.
okay? Was he a great singer? Was he who we think he is?
Yeah,
What?
he was a great singer. He was a
Don't
great.
pause like that, Kyrie. Do not pause like that. We was all getting nervous. Like, not if he say Luther ain't Lufa, we was about to pass out. Woo, Lufa with the curl.
Yeah, Luther was a great singer.
Okay, okay, we're not mistaken. Our ears have not deceived us. Big Marcus Tate said Big Luther. Marcus was trying to, he said if he was still around, he would be his celebrity chef for Big Luther. Little Luther, Big Luther, Little Luther. Choose one. What you gonna be? Big or little? Big or little? That was a Martin line. A shout out to the Martin. So excellent, excellent. I love it. Luther was amazing. Well, I think that well, that was perfect. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about now American Song Contest. Let me show the people what we're talking about here. Let me share the screen here. American Song Contest. It's not about M&Ms. You guys are going to see it scroll up right there. Welcome to America's biggest live music competition. Learn more about the 56 incredible contestants. I believe it's it. It's represented state by state or territories. Tell us a little bit about American Song Contest hosted by the one and only Snoop Doggy Dogg and Kelly Clarkson. Tell us a little bit about this show and what's your role with them.
This show is exciting.
Is it?
It really is. It really is. This is my first show that I've been a judge or like a judge of some sort on, and to see these contestants go at it every week trying to find the best song, the best song from the best song in the states. So we're chasing after who has the best song out of all 50 states and 6 territories. And it's exciting because it's kind of like what we're doing with the Star Search.
Okay.
We're looking for the whole package. So when they send me the performances, they want me to judge on how did they sound, how did they look, how was their performance, how did they move on stage.
Wow.
Is this somebody you would pay to go see? So it's exciting. It's exciting because every week I'm blown away by something. And it's hard for me sometimes to kind of be, I wouldn't say it's hard for me to be impressed, but I've seen a lot of like, I know how a lot of it works.
Uh-huh.
So they're putting new spins on things, their content, they're leveling up on the content and stuff, and they're really doing an A1 job on this one.
I love it. I love it. When they talk about state by state, are they talking about just the singer, the state they're from? Or are they talking about its original music that people are writing from that state? Or what is the premise of that?
Both. So they'll have a singer who's from the state, and then the singer from the state in their original song that they wrote.
So they're all original songs?
All original songs.
Wow. Wow. And when does this show? This show just came out March 21st. Was that the first episode of season 1?
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
If you checked it out, if you get a chance to check it out, you'll see that Macy Gray is representing Ohio.
Shout out to Macy Gray from Canton, Ohio, where I'm from. Shout out to her. She's on there representing. I believe she had the enrichment kids. Shout out to Betty Smith and the enrichment kids. I'm just putting these two things together because I saw them on social media, not realizing it's the same thing. That's amazing. So shout out to them. Shout out to them and everything they're doing. And Kyrie, for you again to have an opportunity like this and to be involved in something like this is huge. And then to still be here doing some of these things locally. To somebody out there who's thinking about submitting an audition video for this, again, you're going to be one of the people looking at some of this stuff. What do you, again, just for the regular person, what is it that would be a winning type of audition? What should they do? What should they have?
A winning type of audition for me is again like the full package. Like I want to hear you sing, I want to see you perform, and I want to see your vibe. I want to see your style. Yeah. Like how do you carry yourself on stage? Are you comfortable? Are you confident? Like that's winning. That's a winning package.
I love it. I love it. All right, I got to get one more singer, performer, or both. I gotta. This person, it is interesting to me because I am curious. Singer, performer, or both. One more person before we wrap this show up. We've been here with Kyrie Tyler, musical director on Songland on NBC. He's also a juror, a juror on American Song Contest, looking at some of the talented people submitting videos and things. And he will be a judge at Stark County Star Search Singers Edition at the Massillon Event Center, also streaming live at lucaslivemedia.com. We're excited about this upcoming event, so make sure you guys get your tickets to that as well. This last person, I want you to tell me, I'm interested to know if you think this lady is a singer, a performer, or both. Rihanna, what do you think? What do you think?
Rihanna, she's more of a performer.
Okay.
But she is not a bad singer.
Okay. Got
She's
it.
not like a Beyonce. I'm about to sing your face off. Like, but she can sing. She can, she can do what she can do what she can do.
Right.
It is not bad, but she is a performer.
Okay.
That
Okay.
I know to be true. She is a performer.
She does that well. Shout out to these great
She does
artists.
it.
Kyrie, amazing stuff here today. It was an honor to have you here. You guys, I'm excited to be here with you guys. We shouted out some things. Make sure you guys check out my speaker training that's coming up. Tyndale Training presents Speaking Epitomized. We're going to go through a 6-week online training for anyone who wants to be a speaker. You might be a performer, but want to be able to take your skills, your gift, your message out on stage, be it to schools, be it to universities, be it to corporate events, be it on stage at a TED Talk or whatever it may be, or online virtually. I'm helping people do that in a 6-week course. You guys reach out to me if you're interested in knowing more information about that. We are also shouting out the Daddy Daughter Dance at the Massillon Event Center, April 9th, 2022. There's going to be food, DJs, prizes, a candy bar, photo shoots. It's going to be fun. And we'll be hosting a red carpet experience by Lucas Live Media. And last but not least, we keep talking to you guys about this. We want you guys to get excited about the Star Search Singers Edition here in Starr County. You can be from any county, anywhere around the world. If you're willing to come on down, send in your videos. If you can be there April 30th, if you're one of our finalists, that's what it's all about. And we'd love to have our community come out and support and witness this special event and have some fun with us. It's going to be a great time. So you guys get ready for that. That's what today's episode was about. I'll be back next Wednesday at 6 p.m. with another Lucas Live News special event. And then we're going to be kicking off season 3 of Lucas Live coming soon. So I'm excited about that. And I thank you guys for all your love and support. Thank you, Joe, for all that you're doing to keep things moving and flowing and going at the Massillon Event Center. What you and your family are doing. Joy, we love you. Thank you for your vision in all of these fun events that we're going to be doing. Shout out to Liz, your lovely wife, for all that she does and knows and support. And just shout out to you, Kyrie, as a man, as a husband, as a father, all the things you do. One last thing I'd like you to talk to us about. You're involved with a group called Red Hands, which I am a fan of. Can you tell us a little bit before we jump off about Red Hands and some of the work you guys have done and kind of where things may go from in the future for you guys?
Yeah, Red Hands. It's my own personal band with my brothers Albert Parker, Demetrius Beasley, G. Askew, John Fields, and my brother-in-law Nate Lewis. He's in it with us, and we're just trying to create something of our own. Like the same reason why I'm a huge Prince fan. It's the same thing. We're trying to create a lane of our own and just really put something out there that's really from the heart. You know what I'm saying? Tell our stories, tell our testimonies, and we just kind of been building this thing. We've been building and just trying to see where God is going to take it, and truly letting God lead the way. We're just following.
I love it. You can't go wrong when you're following God and listening to what you're being led to do. So I'm excited for you. It is an honor and pleasure and privilege to have you here on the show, to know you, not because of all the people you know, but because of who you are. You like I said, as a man, as a husband, as a father, I admire that. To you and your lovely family, your wonderful children, and all the fun you guys have and all the fun you guys share with all of us on social media makes it all so much more fun. If you guys aren't following him, you guys check him out at Kyrie Tyler on Facebook or Kyrie90. You see that there at the bottom of the screen. Take a screenshot. I'll pause for a second. Take a screenshot of that so you guys make sure you go follow him, follow his great music, his career, all the amazing things that he's doing. It's so much fun. We hope you guys come out and support these great events here locally. We're trying to bring some of this national stuff here closer to home to give people more opportunities. And somebody's going to be in the studio recording their very own song with the help of Kyrie and Joe and some of the others who are involved in this, Joy Ellis and others. We're super excited about it. Thank you guys for being here with us this evening. My name is Lucas Tyndale. This was Kyrie Tyler. You guys have a great night. We'll see you guys next time at Lucas Live Media.